Hello students. Today in this video we are going to explain the topic the post-war world. This is part 2. And this is the common topic of both 10th class CBSE and state board students. And in this video we have to know what are the activities of United Nations organization and how it is working. We know United Nations organization, it was established in 1945, October 24th, and New York was its capital. New York is in America, and it was proposed by the American President F.D. Roosevelt. The former American President F.D. Roosevelt proposed UNO. And when he proposed in that year 1945, the number of member countries was 54. Now in the year of 2014, the number of member countries it has been increased to 193. So now 193 countries are member countries in UNO, and UNO is not only an international peace organization which was formed after the ending of the World War II, and it also has been successfully running with the aim of, already we discussed in the last video, UNO has the aim of disarmament and international cooperation and maintain friendly relationship, develop the countries based on equality and removal of economical imbalances and preserving the world peace. In this way, it has some major aims. To achieve these aims, it has been working successfully. And UNO has two important organizations. One is the principal organizations. Number two is the associative organizations. And there are six principal organizations. One is General Assembly, and number two is Security Council. The third one, the Economic and Social Council, and fourth, the Trusteeship, and the fifth one, the International Court of Justice, and the last one, the Secretariat. These are the six principal organizations of UNO. Now we have to see how these are working and what is the importance of these six principal organs of UNO. First, the General Assembly. And in this assembly, every member country has a vote. They meet once in a year and they discussed on global problems. It means worldwide problems. Number two, this is the important organ, Security Council, and the Security Council comprised one chief secretary general, and the present UNO secretary general is Antonio Guterres. Antonio Guterres is working as the chief secretary general of UNO Security Council. Actually, this organization comprising 15 countries are there, 15 member countries are there, in which 10 countries are temporary countries and 5 countries are permanent members in Security Council. What are the 5 permanent members in Security Council? We have to know here. They are F-race countries. It means France, Russia, America, China and England. So these are the 5 member countries in Security Council, and which is the second important organization, principal organ of UNO. And in these 15 members, 5 countries have permanent membership and they have special power also. It is to be called as veto. Veto means to stop. what to stop, we have to understand here. Any resolution, suppose passing by UNO, that resolution can be stopped any of these five countries. This special power is granted only to these five, because these five countries are only actively participating in the politics and in the activities of UNO. That's why so many years onwards, these five countries, these five member countries have been enjoying the veto power. Of course, India also actively participating as a member in UNO. That's why now a proposal is already kept in front of UNO that permanent membership should be extended to India also, because India is also to be given as the sixth permanent member country in Security Council. But to achieve this a great victory, India also have to do some more work, some more diplomacy work. And the third one, the remaining 10 countries are giving their assistance to the five permanent member countries. And then come to know the third one, Economic and Social Council. We know entire the world, many countries are already facing number of economical problems, social problems related to poverty, employment, infrastructure and industries, and in the same way society, upper lower castes and caste discrimination, religious discrimination, in all these, which are the problems linked with the society, that all to be collectively come under social problems. So social problems and economical problems of the entire global wide, entire the economical social problems are dealt with the third organization, that is the Social and Economical Council. And then trusteeship, the main responsibility of trusteeship is still in the world, some countries are being kept under the colonial control of some other countries. Of course, India got freedom in 1947. We know very well. Along with India, many countries also got freedom in different years. But still some countries are kept under the colonial control of some other rich countries. That's why which countries have been fighting to get independence, UNO trusteeship is giving its cooperation to those countries in getting freedom. And this trusteeship comprised 54 member countries, and these countries are giving their cooperation to the countries, which countries have been facing, and which countries are being kept under the colonial control. And the fifth one, International Court of Justice. And the International Court of Justice is located at the city called Hague. Hague is located in Netherlands. Netherlands, also called Dutch. First, we put a question here, why we require an international court? Because every country has one apex court. Example, apex court in India is called Supreme Court. It is located in Delhi. And it is dealing with all the important constitutional cases, civil cases. We know that, major cases. But a problem is arising between India and other countries, or between two or more than two countries, that two or more than two countries cases are dealt with international court. So that is located in Netherlands at the city Hague, and the International Court of Justice comprised 15 judges are located in this court, and 15 judges on any issue they have to take the decision collectively, because international court is not dealing the common cases, the great and the issues belong to issues related to many countries. That's why all the judges are elected and appointing as the judges of international court from different countries. It means no country two judges are appointed, because there may be some chance of showing partiality if more judges are electing from only one country. That's why from no country more than one judge is appointed. And this 15 judges time is 9 years. It means the tenure of the international court judges is 9 years. It means they are in the seat approximately 9 years, and this is dealing international cases. And we are coming the last one called secretariat. And the remaining first I told you general assembly, number 2 security council, third one economical social council, third one fourth one trusteeship, and fifth one international court of justice. All these five principal organizations are being controlled and managed by the sixth principal organization, the secretariat. I told you in the previous Antonio Guterres, he is working as chief secretary general of the secretariat, and it is looking after the day to day activities of UNO. Then we have to come to associative organizations of UNO. If we go to the associative organizations, there are 8 associative organizations belonged to UNO, and we have to know that one is UNESCO, number 2 is UNICEF, and WHO, WTO, and ILO, and IBRD, FAO, and IMF. If we count it, there are eight associative organizations: UNESCO, number 2 UNICEF, 3 WHO, fourth one WTO, and fifth ILO, and sixth IBRD, and seventh FAO, and eighth IMF. If we have to see the brief information about these 8 organizations, one is UNESCO. Its headquarter is in Paris. We know Paris is the capital of France, and the full form of this is United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. This is looking after the education and science culture of all the countries, and it also have an aim of developing, promoting the culture, promoting the education, and promoting the science and technology of all the countries. And number 2, UNICEF, United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. United Nations Children International Children Emergency Fund, and this is in New York. New York, we know it is in America. So this is explaining about, we know in the entire world, every country comprised approximately 1/4 or 1/3 in the total population belong to children. And we know very well 0 to 14 years persons in every country ought to be called and come under the category of children. So looking after the health of the children, education of the children, development of the children, and curing the diseases of the children, all these responsibilities are being looking after by UNICEF, United Nations International Children Emergency Fund. It is in New York. And WHO, WTO, ILO respectively, World Health Organization, World Trade Organization, and International Labour Organization. And first one, World Health Organization. This is looking after the health condition of entire the world people. Any pandemic diseases, any contagious diseases spread. Example, the recent corona is shaking the entire world. We know what is the condition happening in every country, and what is the effect of this corona disease in the entire world, how the country's economical condition is come down. All these, it means in the same way, suppose we take the previous, before corona, there was Ebola and bird flu. Number of the diseases are they are showing a significant impact on the lives of man. That's why to save these all countries, World Health Organization is working, and it is looking after the improvement of health condition of all the people in the world. And the same way WTO, World Trade Organization. Now we are learning about a new word called globalization. From 19th century onwards, we know globalization was introduced. The term was first time used in the world in 19th century, and now every country is a part in globalization, and by this international trade, development, and exports, imports, manufacturing articles, all these are a part in globalization. And that's why that trade activities of every country is being kept under the control of WTO, World Trade Organization, and it is trying to develop the trade activities of member countries. And ILO, International Labour Organization, and it is improving the minimum wage act of all the laborers who are working in different countries, in different factories, and the present giving salaries, wages are enough to run their life. And how can we, what percentage of increment should be giving by the factory owners for the laborers, all these, it means completely labor welfare activities are looking after by ILO, International Labor Organization. And it is working hard, this organization is working hard in increasing and enhancing the rights of labor people in different factories in the entire world. And these three organizations' headquarters is located at Geneva. We know Geneva is in Switzerland. And the sixth one, International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. This is also called World Bank. And we know any countries are in trouble economically, they got illness, and to get recovery from that illness, this World Bank is coming forward to help. Of course, India also had taken money from World Bank. Of course, before giving the loan to any country, World Bank may keep in front of the country some conditions. If the country is accepting for the conditions mentioned by World Bank may give loan to the countries for their recovery. And that is World Bank. And Food and Agricultural Organization. This is seventh one. This is in Rome. Rome is in Italy, and this is working hard always how to increase the food grains, how to increase the food grain production in the entire world, and how to fulfill the necessaries of food necessaries of the entire people, because in the world some African country people are still under below poverty line, they are below poverty line people, and they are under the difficulty circumstances. That's why this organization is helping and trying to improve the food grains cultivating capacity of every country by giving agricultural cooperation. And it is also giving cooperation in giving innovative ideas how to increase the food grain production in our agricultural sector. And last one, IMF, International Monetary Fund. And during the time of PV Narasimha Rao in the year of 1992, our India also had taken heavy amount of loan from IMF, which is the last associative organization of UNO. Because up to the commencement of PV Narasimha Rao, the total economical condition of our India was approximately in bankruptcy. Government was not in a position to give salaries to the government employers, and there was no scope to continue the welfare programs in such a critical condition. Our India again get recovered. How it was possible? Through by taking loans from IMF, International Monetary Fund. It means any country is uh, decreasing its economical condition suddenly by the natural calamities or political disorder, instability. In this condition, IMF is ready to help to the member countries. So these are totally the principal and associative organizations of UNO. And in the next video, we are going to learn about remaining topics in this lesson: military blocks, proxy war, indirect war between America and Russia. All these things we are going to learn in the next video. Ready to watch? Thank you for watching.